Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution that must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. The people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who pervert it. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. I cannot run the political machine. I have enough on my hands without that. It is the people's business. The election is in their hands. If they turn their backs to the fire and get scorched in the rear, they'll find they have got to sit on the blister. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. We have, as all will agree, a free government where every man has a right to be equal with every other man. In this great struggle, this form of government, and every form of human right, is endangered if our enemies succeed. You cannot build character and courage by taking away a man's initiative and independence. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it be true or not, I can say for one, that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem. How far I shall succeed in gratifying this ambition is yet to be developed. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves. Then we shall save our country. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Whatever differs from this, to the extent of the difference, is no democracy. Adhere to your purpose, and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. On the contrary, if you falter and give up, you will lose the power of keeping any resolution and will regret it all your life. Capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. It is the key, or one of the keys, to the already solved problems. And not only so, it gives a relish and facility for successfully pursuing the unsolved ones. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and, under a just God, cannot long retain it. Fourscore-and-7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. In very truth, he was the noblest work of God, an honest man. Never stir up litigation. A worse man can scarcely be found than one who does this. Let reverence for the law be breathed by every American mother to the listing babe that prattles on her lap. Let it be taught in schools and seminaries and in colleges. Let it be written in primers, in spelling books and in almanacs. Let it be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislative halls, and enforced in courts of justice. Let us at all times remember that all American citizens are brothers of a common country and should dwell together in the bonds of fraternal feeling. Passion has helped us, but can do so no more. It will, in future, be our enemy. Reason, cold, calculating, and impassioned reason, must furnish all the materials for our future support and defense. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it. Prohibition goes beyond the bounds of reason in that it attempts to control a man's appetite by legislation and makes a crime out of things that are no crimes. A prohibition law strikes a blow at the very principles upon which our government was founded. Any people, anywhere, being inclined and having the power, have the right to rise up and shake off the existing government and form a new one that suits them better. What is conservatism? Is it not adherence to the old and tried against the new and untried? I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. I desire so to conduct the affairs of this administration that if at the end, when I come to lay down the reins of power, I have lost every other friend, I shall at least have one friend left, and that friend shall be down inside me. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I only feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. No man is good enough to govern another man without that other's consent. If I were to try to read, much less answer, all the attacks made on me, this shop might as well be closed for any other business. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep doing so until the end. I am not ashamed to confess that 25 years ago I was a hired laborer, just what might happen to any poor man's son. I want every man to have a chance.